you are so focused on the recording. Oh my God. You are completely disappeared. You are just in my world following what I'm saying, but nothing else. You are like a child in the middle of the darkness, not wanting to be observed. Just a Frankenstein comes and kidnaps you. Yeah, my monsters, when I was a child, I remember when I was about 3 or 4 years old, living in Santander. And I don't know, I had some kind of costume, but it was not a full costume, but it was a mask of Frankenstein. And I had a piece of like a bed sheet, like a ghost. I had these two at least and some more. And I always loved that because it was so funny as a child, right? I don't know, it was, but it, I don't know if I don't remember if I was scared. I think I had all the experiences in different moments. And once the unknown becomes known, it is important for a child that the transition from the unknown to the known is a learning experience. And even if it was a bad experience, still is more important that it's a learning experience. Because there is no bad or good. Everything is so fucking relative. So, because a wave is bad or good, depending on how big. And even though there will be people that it would like it even bigger. So, just because it's not for you, it doesn't mean that it's bad. Just say it's not you and accept that it can be good for others. Don't find it like an offensive thing, right? If you don't like this wave because it's fucking dangerous for you, don't tell the people don't to ride waves. Same thing with sex. Because you don't like it, because you don't enjoy it, for whatever reason, don't tell the people don't have sex. But the thing is that every person is going to face the sexual experience from a completely different perspective. And the only right perspective is the one that you are giving what you want to receive. That's the only one. Any other mood that you are into that experience, you're not being honest with yourself, and you are probably hurting yourself or hurting others or hurting both. Instead of having an experience and that's it. Then you like it and you repeat, then you change something, then you, in any way, not in the sexual or any other learning experience. Because everything that is unknown is an experience that you're going to transcend one way or another. The less filters you are putting it, the more you can connect with that experience. It's the same way of connecting with people. The less prejudices you have, the better and deeper you can connect with that person. And that's how I can connect with some Moroccan people, some Senegal people, some Iceland people, some Norwegian people, and some Finnish people. All of them in a radical way. In a radical, like the neutral aspect, like they consider themselves close-minded, they consider themselves this, that radical way of talking, but not aggressive or anything. So the only way of connecting in a higher way than just the rational is disconnecting most of your sense. More than, no, it's just disconnecting your rational mind. That's it. Because the senses, you don't have to. It's the opposite. You have to keep them awake, and even many more senses that you don't know that you have. But the five that you know very easy, you know how a person smells. But the same smell can be positive and negative depending on the person for some other reason that you have never thought about. When the same smell is always negative, is because one reason is so powerful that is giving to that smell a negative situation. Because not all the people are the same in any way. So, when you are trying to make these stupid patterns, you are wrong for sure. And you are trusting yourself in such a limited way that you're not aware that it doesn't matter how much you trust in yourself if you're not aware of your conscious mind, of your unconscious mind, of your rational mind, of your irrational mind, of unzip your mind, to be aware of all these things at the same time. Because if I say only one thing, I'm missing infinite others. That's the problem. This is so easy to deny everything that I'm saying. Absolutely easy. But if you deny it, I'm not talking about that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be denying it. So you are only seeing that way because if you don't see my way, that's it. I'm not forcing anybody to see it this way because there is not this way. It's like infinite ways. And some people are just taking my story to their limited world and say, okay, your story is finished by this, and that. Okay, you are right. Are you happy? Yes. Goodbye. And I continue with my journey. The problem is always when they don't let you go. For whatever reason, they arrest you, they kill you, they whatever. And that's what has been happening through the history of life since the beginning. But probably some people like oracles, the oracles were like gods because they were talking with God, so nobody would dare to kill an oracle. But I'm sure in the history there were some people killing even a oracle. So they are killing just the messenger. We are all just messengers, all of us. Yeah. And the message is probably programmed not in our DNA, in our blah, 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 that we don't know what it is. And you only have access hacking your system. But hacking your system is just coming to the purest as a child, being honest with yourself and filtering nothing. And I always talk about how the education system is and how unimportant is what system we use. Because there is no right and wrong one. There's nothing the adults can do to increase awareness or to reduce awareness. And I don't think it depends on anything. And we cannot measure it with statistics, with human tools. And that's what we are doing. We are seeing everything from just one perspective, not being aware of the, in this case, children's perspective, which is much more infinite. It's like the adults is like this one, and the children, the rest of them. Not the other one, because adults is just this one or the other one. For children, is just this one or the rest of them. So I made a playlist some months ago that it was only for children of any age. If you don't consider a child, don't even try to watch this playlist. It makes no sense. You're gonna disagree as soon as possible, the better. And that's what we saw today with the conflict with Sadhguru and this other guy who didn't understand what he was saying. And for Sadhguru, there is no problem, there is no conflict. But there's a moment that he said, maybe you should read it 10 times because you read it once and both of them are right from their perspective. I can see both perspectives so well, and I think Sadhguru also can. But the other guy is 100% sure of what he's saying, because he's in a such narrow space that he's not seeing like he's a matroska and the other matroska is watching him. So if you're not aware of anything like that, you can be searching for answers the rest of your life, and you're always going to be right, not going to a higher level. That's why I wrote once, it feels good to be wrong.